Coming of Age is coming up next. I'm your host, Emily Echeverria. First today, we're talking with certified physician assistant Tobias Moreland about head and neck cancer. We'll discuss the symptoms, prevention, and treatment of these types of cancer. We'll also be talking to Legal Services of North Florida attorney Alex Rigsby. Lastly, we've got Nancy Lambert with Kindred Spirits Therapy Minis, along with very special guest Picasso the Mini Horse, who brings a much-needed dose of joy and calm to everyone he meets in his work as a therapy horse. Stay with us. Coming of Age starts now. As we age, staying active in life and involved in the community can become a challenge. But with Council on Aging of West Florida's wide range of home-based services, you remain healthy, independent, and engaged. From Meals on Wheels and respite care to senior dining sites and the retreat, you'll find the support and connection that you need to age well. Aging looks different for everyone, and we're here to help you meet your needs and thrive while maintaining what makes you, you. We've been in the community since 1972, advocating for elders and supporting those who care for our parents and grandparents. Now, join us as we discuss the age-related issues that matter to you. Over 66,000 new cases of head and neck cancer are diagnosed each year. It's estimated that over $3 billion is spent in the United States each year on treatment. Many instances of head and neck cancer can be prevented. Here to talk to us about the signs, symptoms, and treatments available is Tobias Moreland from Baptist Medical Group ENT and Audiology.
Thank you for having me.
So where would someone typically see cancers of the head and neck form?
So anywhere in the mouth, what we refer to as the oral cavity, include the lips, tongue, gums, the lining of your cheeks, under your tongue, the roof of your mouth, and the area behind your wisdom teeth, your pharynx or your throat, which is a hollow tube about 5 inches long that starts at the very back of your nose and goes down to the entrance of your esophagus. We divide it into 3 parts, an upper, a middle, and a lower part. The upper part is at the very back of your nose, called the nasopharynx. The middle part is called the oropharynx and includes the soft part of your palate, your tonsils, and your base of tongue, which is the part of your tongue that extends kind of down into your throat where you can't see it. The third part is going to be what they call the hypopharynx, and that's the lower part of your throat, which extends down the entrance of your esophagus. Less commonly, you can see cancers in your sinuses or your nasal cavity. Another one is the larynx, which is what we refer to as the voice box. It's a short passageway formed by cartilage that kind of sits just above the pharynx in your neck. Finally, you can also have cancers of the major salivary or saliva-producing glands located on the floor of your mouth, throughout your mouth, and underneath your jawbone. So.
What can cause head and neck cancer?
As with most cancers, the most common cause is alcohol and tobacco use. At least 75% of head and neck cancers are caused by this. Certain viruses, such as the human papillomavirus or HPV, which people are more familiar with as a cause of cervical cancer in women, but we actually tend to see this as a very common cause of oropharyngeal cancer, the tonsils, kind of base of tongue area. They estimate that up to 70% of cancers in the oropharynx are actually caused by HPV infection, and these can be seen in younger patients too, before the age of 50, not just your traditionally over the age of 60. Epstein-Barr virus is another virus that can increase risk factor for certain cancers, like of your nasopharynx and salivary glands. Can predispose people to a higher risk of head and neck cancer. Increased radiation exposure or occupational exposure to hazardous chemicals or other less common causes of head and neck cancer.
And what symptoms should people be on the lookout for that might indicate they have this type of cancer?
Any lump in the neck that is persistent or appears to be getting larger can be firm, and it's usually painless as well. Sore throat that does not go away after several weeks, difficulty swallowing, persistent hoarseness or other changes to your voice, a white or red patch or ulcer on the gums, the tongue, the lining of the mouth, or any growth that is painful and can bleed. If you wear dentures and find that there's some kind of swelling or that they're poor fitting, that can be a sign as well. Trouble breathing would be a more dangerous sign, but persistent pain or difficulty swallowing, even ear pain can be a sign of head and neck cancer, especially if it tends to be one-sided and there doesn't seem to be a discernible cause for it, like an ear infection. Sinus cancers, even though they're rare, can present as a sinus infection that just persists. Nosebleeds, chronic headache, pain in your teeth, even visual changes like double vision can be a sign of a sinus cancer. Something like facial drooping or weakness, kind of numbness of your face can be a sign of a head and neck cancer, like a salivary gland cancer, affecting some of the nerves that help make your face move. Some of these symptoms that I mentioned can be caused by other less serious conditions. So usually as a rule of thumb, I'll tell patients if these symptoms kind of persist beyond 2 or 3 weeks, and it's not a bad idea to have it checked out. There's unfortunately no good screening tests that exist for head and neck cancers at this time.
How common is head and neck cancer compared to other types of cancer?
So head and neck cancer accounts for approximately 4% of all cancers in the United States. These cancers are nearly twice as common among men as they are among women and are most often diagnosed among people over the age of 50. Although, as we previously discussed with HPV or human papillomavirus virus, you can see that in much younger patients. Overall, researchers estimate that more than 66,000 men and women in this country will be diagnosed with head and neck cancer in 2022.
How can someone reduce their risk of developing head and neck cancer?
Avoiding tobacco and alcohol. We recommend that you get the HPV vaccine. Lifestyle modifications, maintaining a healthy weight and eating pattern, and getting even regular dental checkups, having somebody look in your mouth.
If you are diagnosed, what types of treatments are available?
So treatment plan for an individual patient just depends on a number of factors, including the exact location of the tumor, the stage of that cancer, and the person's overall general health and age. Treatment for head and neck cancer can include surgery, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, targeted therapy, or any combination of those.
I've heard that people who have head and neck cancer are at an increased chance of developing a second primary cancer. Is there any way to reduce the risk of developing another cancer?
Maintain a good health. Survivors should also get to and stay at a healthy weight, keep physically active, and limit the time you spend sitting or lying down. Follow healthy eating patterns, plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, limit and avoid red and processed meats, sugary drinks, and highly processed foods. Avoid alcohol. If you do have to drink, no more than 1 drink a day for women or 2 a day for men. And most importantly, if you smoke, please quit smoking. Sit down with your primary care provider and come up with a plan to quit. And obviously this will result in other health benefits too.
Thank you so much for sharing this information with all of us today. If someone would like to contact your office for an appointment, what's the best way to reach you?
Thank you. Our office number is 850-432-3467.
Next up, we're speaking with an attorney from Legal Services of North Florida, an organization that is helping low-income clients get the legal services they need that might otherwise be inaccessible. Stay tuned.
Transform your bathtub into a walk-in shower with TubCut.
It's the greatest relief in the world, being able to feel safe in the bathroom again.
TubCut installs in 1 day, is 100% reversible, and has a lifetime factory warranty.
I had shopped around because money is an issue, and I found that the TubCut was the most affordable choice.
Get affordable, safe, and easy step-through access to your shower.
Call TubCut at 850-529-7601.
The Reesburg Institute, Pensacola's ear, nose, throat, and voice center. We welcome you to visit us at our convenient Davis Highway location in Pensacola. At the Reesburg Institute, we offer the most advanced treatment available in a calm, stress-free environment. Since 2014, we've performed over 1,000 cases in office of balloon sinus surgery, as well as septoplasty and nasal procedures using oral sedation. The in-office procedures result in a faster healing time. Visit us and feel the difference. The Beacon at Gulf Breeze offers the finest senior living community in the area. We are here for your loved ones who need assisted living and advanced memory care services. Seniors will feel right at home with studio, one-bedroom apartments, a large dining area, a beautiful landscape courtyard, and even a salon. With professional staff and one-on-one care, your loved ones are our top priority. Welcome to the Beacon at Gulf Breeze. Welcome home.
Legal Services of North Florida is a not-for-profit organization that serves only low-income individuals and families across the Western Panhandle. This group helps with civil matters only, including elder law, family law, housing issues, and much more. We're speaking to attorney Alex Rigsby about this organization's important work in our community. Thank you for joining us today, Alex.
Emily, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
First off, tell me a bit about the mission of Legal Services of North Florida and how you accomplish that mission.
Well, as you touched on in the beginning, Legal Services of North Florida is a nonprofit law firm. We serve low-income individuals across 16 counties, all across the Panhandle, North Florida. Our mission is essentially to provide legal services for people who are in situations where they might not be able to afford an attorney but are in dire need of legal help. And oftentimes, even if we can't provide an individual with legal help, we have so many wonderful community partners in the area that we try to get people in contact and serve as kind of somewhat of a middleman to get them to where they need help. Because, as you know, this area between COVID, Hurricane Sally, we've been significantly impacted by disasters. The last few years have been tough for this area.
And speaking of Hurricane Sally, what is your area of expertise and the kind of cases that you take on?
Well, coincidentally, I am the Hurricane Sally disaster relief attorney in our Pensacola office. So what I have been doing for the most part since I was hired on at Legal Services of North Florida is handling landlord-tenant issues. A lot of people, as a result of the moratorium ending, have been getting evicted. There have been issues where people have needed a clear title in order to get a roof placed on their home, and therefore they need the estate of a loved one who's passed probated. There have been multiple contractor issues where people will just run into legal disputes with people who they've had work done in the past on their home, and now payment is an issue. Because of the fact that there have been so many people in this community that have been impacted by Hurricane Sally, I deal with a variety of different civil legal matters personally, but we have so many different attorneys in our office who can handle a breadth of different civil legal matters.
Tell me about the elder care issues that Legal Services of North Florida can help with.
So Legal Services of North Florida, we do have a specific elder law attorney, and then we also have, under my grant, for example, I do handle some elder law issues tangentially. We'll have some older clients. And because of that, we handle all different kinds of issues for them. We do handle, simple estate planning, as previously mentioned, probate. I do have like I said, significant amount of contractor issues where the elderly have unfortunately been preyed upon by people who, in the aftermaths of disasters, have came to them and maybe not given them a fair shake or can come after them after advanced contractor bill. Mm-hmm. And because of that, even if it's an issue where it is something that is resolvable, sometimes, as I know that you're aware, there are just people who need just a little bit of help, and so that's what we can do. We can handle all kinds of civil legal issues for them.
So what is the intake process like for potential clients, and how does the staff assess whether or not they can take a case?
Mm-hmm. Well, so the specifics of eligibility, I can't speak on specifics, but I can tell you that what we do is we assess all of the cases that come in, and we encourage anyone to apply, because even if there is a situation where we might not be able to accept someone's case based on their income, for example, or a variety of different issues, we do get together, we assess the cases individually, and then see whether we can bring it in. We try to accept as many cases as we can based upon the grants that we are given, and we have just such a wonderful breadth of community partners and donators that have provided us with funding, and we're so grateful for that. And because of that, we try to accept every case that we can, but even if we can't, like I previously mentioned, we still will try to get them in contact with one of our community partners in the area to try to get them some type of help, even if that means that if they do end up having a legal issue, that we have to provide them with the private bar referral service in Escambia, Santa Rosa, for our specific example, to make sure that they get the help that they need.
Mm-hmm. And you just touched on this a bit, but is there any other kind of way you can assist individuals when you can't necessarily take their case? Absolutely, yeah, and that is one of the ways, is that we make sure that if it's something that our office can't handle for whatever reason, we want to make sure that if it is, a bona fide legal dispute, that they do get in contact with some attorney. They can also, get in contact with our community partners. We try to hook them up with whoever we can. Just there are a multitude of different ways, which is why we encourage anyone, even if they are unsure whether they will be able to qualify, that they still apply for our services. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the grants and the kind of funding sources. Since your services are free to eligible clients, how does that funding work? So we receive our funding from a variety of different sources. One of our biggest funders is Legal Services Corporation, which provides funding to many, many different legal services organizations across the country. But we receive donations, we receive money from grants from various organizations like Legal Services Corp. We receive all kinds of different funding sources that we're very, very appreciative of. Through that, we're able to give people the help that they need. Gotcha. And is there anything else you'd like people to know about Legal Services of North Florida and your role in the community? No, just as previously mentioned, I can't stress enough that we really do appreciate when we have people come to us and just apply. Because even if you think that there's a possibility that you might not qualify for our services, we will make sure that we get you in contact with someone who can help you. And I think that's one of the most important things that I've found working through this organization, and why I'm so proud to be a part of it, is because I know that every single person that I work with genuinely does care to make sure that people get the help that they need, and we will make sure that you get that no matter what. So just apply is all I can ask. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you. Stay with us. We'll be discussing therapy animals and their use in elder care next.
Since 1989, TLC Caregivers has been providing the special help people need to stay independent in their own homes. TLC is an employer of choice in the home care market. Our employees are screened with level 2 background screens, drug-free, and have caregiving experience. If you have time, enjoy people, and are interested in joining us, go to tlccaregivers.com to learn more about becoming a TLC caregiver, or visit us in Cordova Square.
For more than 25 years, the potential for health improvement is seen with each patient that walks through our doors. Healthcare decisions don't have to be confusing. Make Island Doctors your medical practice.
My husband and I have been coming to Island Doctors for approximately 10 years, and we have been very happy with them, and we trust them.
Call us today and schedule a tour of one of our locations near you, and take a look at our Best Wellness program, and welcome home.
If you're looking for a fun and exciting environment for your loved one, then L&L Executive Adult Daycare is a perfect fit. We offer social gatherings, physical activities, games, outings, and daily luncheons from Karen's Catering. We take a holistic approach to social stimulation and aim to enrich the lives of our guests. Let us help restore your loved one's mind, body, and soul. We'd love to speak to you. L&L Executive Adult Daycare. Big business love with small town feel.
The use of animals in therapeutic care is becoming more popular as people realize the benefits of the comforting presence of a trained therapy animal. Today we have Nancy Lambert, owner of the nonprofit Kindred Spirits Therapy Minis, along with Picasso the Mini Horse, to share their experience offering equine therapy and what these special animals bring to the people they visit. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for inviting us.
So tell me a bit about how you have come to have a passion for this work and start this company.
So I try not to get emotional, but it happens. I injured my arms and my face in Iraq, and I'll get through this really quick. And I ended up in the hospital for 3 months, and I had to have about 15 surgeries, and so I was alone. I had family, but not close by, so I didn't get a lot of visitors, and it was through the holidays, so it was kind of sad and depressing. It was a very lonely time for me. I couldn't get out of bed, so I knew what time of day it was by what was on TV. So just tell me. So I came home and I figured, how can I help people not have to go through that? And I've always had a passion for horses. I train them, ride them, show them, and I happened to see this little guy on Facebook. He kept popping up as kind of a little hint that this is the path that we needed to take. And 7 years later, here we are today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is the training and certification process like for a mini horse to become a therapy animal?
So for our team, we are all Pet Partners Certified, which is a national organization. And what I did is I took the steps for the evaluation that they give it to you, you can print it, and kind of went through the different things that we had to accomplish, the tasks, and introduced them to them out in the wild, if you will. So we went to Bass Pro. That's where we got our elevator check rides. I took them to Tractor Supply, Lowe's. We took long walks in neighborhoods. Anything that I could think of to expose them to things that would normally cause a flight animal to be uncomfortable or upset, I introduced them slowly and over about a year's time. And you have to get a biannual certification, and these guys all carry a complicated rating, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. At Council on Aging of West Florida, we've met you and your boys on your monthly visits to the retreat, our adult day care center. Some of the participants there have Alzheimer's or other mental or cognitive or physical impairment. What do you see the mini horses bringing to these in the other places they visit?
The biggest thing is their faces, kind of like when we first got here, everybody sees a horse and they're like, oh my gosh, not only is it a horse, he's this tall. And their faces just light up. They're excited. And in some cases, the generation that's in the assisted living facilities today, lived on farms. So they had horses and maybe perhaps had some other animals. So they kind of relive their youth and kind of reach back into those memories and just can't help but be really comfortable, relaxed, and happy in his space.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the other types of facilities or groups that the horses visit?
So I've answered this before. The easiest way to answer that is to kind of say yes. We don't pick any demographic, location. We've been to schools, assisted living facilities, hospitals, adult daycare. We've been to, all kinds of different places. In fact, we're actually scheduled to go visit some of our first responders that fly live flight with the helicopters, to visit some of those guys, the aircrew folks. And so that's kind of a neat moment for us.
What do you think makes horses, in particular mini horses, suited to the job of being a therapy animal?
Well, besides the fact that he's adorable, they are very calming, just in nature. Especially with the training, these guys are really very relaxed, and the neat thing about horses with the different therapies is that they can actually project, so they have the ability to mirror what you're feeling on the inside, on the outside. So they reflect how you feel, and they're really good at it. And they can also tell if you're nervous or anxious, because they can hear your heartbeat up to about 4 feet away. So a herd of horses will actually sync their heartbeats, and that's why when one gets scared, they all run. And so they all instantly know that there's a threat. That's why they're flight animals. But again, he's getting ready to take a nap. So we're relaxed, and he's reflecting that for everybody.
So tell me a bit about Picasso and the other horses that you have, the mini horses.
Okay, so our team, we have 4 boys that we use on a regular basis with the facilities that we visit. This is obviously Picasso. I call him my business suit because I can take him anywhere and pretty much ask him to do anything, and he's an all-in kind of guy. He never questions it. He trusts me explicitly. And then I have Cavalier, and he's a little gray and white colored guy, and he's the heart of the team. He is the one that will reach in for the hugs. He's the emotional guy. He'll get in there really close with people. And then, of course, we have Elmer. Elmer is, he's unique in that he speaks his own language. He was a little bit different to train, so I had to learn that, but we love him for his individuality. And then last but not least, we have Brody, and his name fits him. Brody is a little bit of madness and mayhem rolled up in one cute little 160-pound package. He's always keeping us on our toes at the barn.
Is there anything else you would like to share about Kindred Spirits Therapy Minis?
So we've been working in the Panhandle for about 7 years now, and we have a Facebook page and a website. Please feel free to take a look at it and kind of follow us and see what we're doing today. And of course, if you're inclined, share the page, and if you have an extra couple dollars, a donation is always appreciated. But other than that, we just enjoy sharing our team with everybody.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and I know everyone appreciates you bringing Picasso out.
Thank you. We're glad to be here. This is his first TV debut. What do you think, buddy? He's like, stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, good boy.
Until next time, enjoy life. You've earned it.
Yay.